Have you ever felt completely misunderstood or wondered if the connection you're seeking is even possible? Maybe you've been caught in that gray area, unsure of what signals mean or whether the feelings are mutual. It's in moments like these that we start searching for clarity, for something concrete that tells us where we stand. Today, we're diving into a powerful truth about human connection, how a woman communicates her desire for deeper intimacy. And trust me, it's not as mysterious as it seems. Stick with me as we uncover the subtle and not so subtle ways this happens and how you can recognize them when they do. The power of unspoken communication. Imagine this. It's a late evening, and you're sitting across from someone you've been getting to know. The conversation flows effortlessly, but it's not just the words that captivate you. Her eyes seem to hold a story. Her body language speaks volumes, and even her subtle pauses invite you to tune in deeper. This is the essence of unspoken communication. In relationships especially, women often rely on nonverbal cues to convey emotions and desires. It's the way she leans in ever so slightly, her smile lingering longer than usual, or the soft laugh that feels almost meant just for you. These small actions create a silent dialogue, offering a glimpse into her thoughts and feelings without a single word. What makes this so powerful is its subtlety. Unlike spoken words, which can sometimes feel rehearsed or forced, these cues are natural and authentic. They show vulnerability and openness, creating an opportunity for connection on a deeper level. Yet, many people overlook these signals, focusing only on what is said rather than what is expressed. There's often a defining moment in these silent exchanges, a phrase or gesture that signals she's ready to deepen the connection. It might be a touch on the arm, a look that lingers, or a tone that softens. Recognizing and responding to these cues can be transformative. It's not about being a mind reader, but about being present, attuned, and genuinely interested in understanding her world. Unspoken communication is a universal language, one that strengthens relationships and fosters intimacy. So the next time you're in a moment like this, pause and pay attention. You might discover that the most meaningful conversations don't require words at all. The turning point phrase. Before we dive into the exact words, let's explore what makes this phrase so significant in building emotional connections. At the core of intimacy lie trust, vulnerability, and emotional safety. When a woman feels secure enough to invite you closer, she will often say something that opens the door to deeper understanding. While it may not be the grand declaration you expect, this simple phrase reveals a profound truth about her readiness for a more intimate relationship. The phrase. It's something along the lines of, "I feel like I can really be myself around you." On the surface, it may seem straightforward, but this statement is packed with meaning. When someone shares this, they are not merely offering a compliment. They are handing you a piece of their heart. This is a pivotal moment, a turning point, where she communicates that she trusts you enough to let her guard down. This admission signifies a shift in the relationship dynamic. It is an invitation for you to engage more deeply, to share in her world, and to create a space where both of you can be authentic without fear of judgment. This moment is where true intimacy begins, as both partners open themselves up to a genuine connection, strengthening that lost connection, listening to each other, repairing the relationship. Recognizing the weight of this phrase is crucial. It represents a level of comfort and safety that many strive for, but few achieve. Responding to this moment with empathy and understanding can solidify the bond, allowing both of you to explore the depths of your feelings together. Sitting cross-legged, you tell your spouse the truth. "I'm sorry." In relationships, Moments like these become cornerstones, guiding you toward a deeper, more meaningful connection. So pay attention when you hear this turning point phrase. It could be the key to unlocking a beautiful chapter in your relationship. A real-life example. Let me tell you about a friend of mine, Mark. He had been seeing someone for a few months, but he found himself questioning whether she was as invested in their relationship as he was. They had shared enjoyable moments together, yet something felt elusive. One night, during a long conversation about their pasts, she looked at him with genuine sincerity and said, "I've never felt so comfortable sharing this with anyone before." That one sentence shifted everything. It wasn't just about the words. It was about the vulnerability she displayed and the trust she extended to him. This was a pivotal moment in their relationship, one that held the potential for a deeper connection. Her admission illuminated the space between them, transforming it from casual companionship to something more meaningful. Recognizing the significance of her statement, Mark felt a rush of emotion. He understood that she was not only revealing her feelings, but also inviting him to step into a more profound level of intimacy. He responded by sharing his own vulnerabilities and experiences, creating a mutual exchange of openness. This exchange set the stage for deeper conversations and a stronger bond. He was content to live. From that point on, their relationship moved to a new level. They began to explore their feelings more openly, building a foundation of trust that allowed them to connect authentically. Mark learned that vulnerability can be incredibly powerful. It fosters a safe space where both partners can be themselves without fear of judgment. This is a practical concern. Understanding how your partner feels about things, whether intentional or unintentional, lay the foundation for a healthy relationship. This experience highlights how a single phrase can act as a catalyst for change. It serves as a reminder that true intimacy is built on trust, openness, and the willingness to be vulnerable. In relationships, recognizing and responding to these moments can transform connections and deepen bonds. How to respond. So when you hear something like, "I feel like I can really be myself around you," how should you respond? First and foremost, don't rush past it. This moment is significant, and acknowledging what's being shared is crucial. Reflecting back the trust they've placed in you not only validates their feelings, but also reinforces the connection you share. A simple response like, "That really means a lot to me. I feel the same way," can go a long way. By mirroring the vulnerability they've expressed, you create a bridge of mutual trust that strengthens your bond. It's important to remember that intimacy is built on a foundation of understanding and empathy. Responding thoughtfully allows you to meet the other person where they are, emotionally and authentically. Take a moment to share your own feelings too. You might say, "I appreciate you saying that. I've felt a similar comfort with you, and it's refreshing." This not only reinforces the connection, but also invites them to share even more about their experiences and feelings. It encourages a deeper dialogue where both of you can explore your thoughts and emotions together. Explain. Explain. Another effective strategy is to ask open-ended questions that invite further discussion. For instance, you might ask, "What made you feel that way?" This shows that you're genuinely interested in their perspective and helps deepen the conversation. In relationships, it's often the small, intentional responses that create lasting impacts. By taking the time to acknowledge and respond to these moments with care, you not only affirm the trust placed in you, but also cultivate an environment where both partners can grow closer. Remember, it's less about grand gestures and more about those authentic, heartfelt exchanges that truly enrich relationships. The takeaway: if you're wondering whether she's ready to get closer, pay attention to those moments when her guard comes down. These instances often come in the form of quiet confessions or subtle admissions where she shares her truth. This is where intimacy truly begins. It's in these fragile moments that she reveals her vulnerabilities, signaling her desire for a deeper connection. Listening intently during these exchanges is crucial. Look for the signs that indicate she feels safe enough to open up, whether it's through her body language, tone of voice, or the content of what she shares. These moments are golden opportunities for you to strengthen your bond. When she lets you in, it's an invitation to reciprocate with your own authenticity. When this connection occurs, don't overthink your response. Instead, focus on responding with honesty and care. Acknowledge her courage in sharing her feelings, and reflect your appreciation by sharing your own thoughts and emotions. For example, you might say, "Thank you for trusting me with that. I feel the same way, and I appreciate you being so open." This creates a safe space for both of you to explore your feelings without fear of judgment. It's also important to remember that building intimacy takes time and patience. Be open to the ebb and flow of the relationship, allowing it to develop naturally. Each moment of vulnerability strengthens your connection, fostering a deeper understanding of each other. In summary, the key takeaway is to listen closely for those moments of vulnerability and respond thoughtfully. By creating an environment where both of you feel comfortable sharing your truths, you pave the way for a more intimate and fulfilling relationship. Embrace these opportunities. They are the building blocks of lasting connections.